everybody, it's Sharon here. Welcome back to my channel for those who are returning, and welcome to any new subscribers that may be visiting for the first time. So I've been doing a little thinking and have decided to start a new little series. I don't know how often I will do videos for this series or how often ideas will come to me, but I thought it was something that I could build on. I know I've talked to you all before about how many projects can one person have going at once, and we'll talk about that a little bit more further on down the track, but I have a lot. Got me thinking about the amount of time it's taking me to do one thing at the moment. And I've told you before, this Wonderland journal, I am putting in a lot of extra everything. It's for a very special person, and I want to go that extra mile and use my creativity as well as making a journal. I wanted to have a little bit of a stamp of me on it for that reason, and not that my others don't, but I want to take the time to build on that. I guess I'm building on my own skills and my own knowledge, and I'm really enjoying the process. It's slow, I know, because I watch back some of the videos and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it took that long to make that one decision or to get that one item finished, but I guess that's how we do grow. So I decided I want to do some tags, and I was thinking about the time limit. Now, I don't know whether I'll call this tags in 10 or tags or tags in 20. Not twags in 20, but tags in 20. And so setting myself a time limit of 10 or 20 minutes. So maybe I'll call it tags in 10 to 20. There you go. So I have some tea stained tags here, and I'm going to select a couple. And I do want some different colors and sizes. Now my aim is to do one. I want to do one on camera, and then perhaps go with that idea off camera, therefore keeping my time frame down for your viewing. You only need to see what I'm doing once, and then you can take it from there. So I'm just pulling out a selection. I'm not sure about that pink one. And I want, as I said, different sizes, different styles. Okay, I think I'm going to leave it at that. I don't really know how many I've pulled out, but I'll just pop this away. And I feel like my explanation has taken forever, so my tags in 10 to 20 is probably going to be about 30 because of the intro, but we'll see how we go. So I just want to keep it simple, easy, light. Don't really want to think too much about it. I'm just looking at what I have here. So, okay, so pick one. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. That one. Okay, and I'm just checking, these are tea stained, so I'm just checking to see which side I like. And I think I kind of like, there's a little bit of speckling on this side, so I think I'm going to work on this side. And the first thing I want to do is add some gesso. So this will be slightly mixed media, but I don't want to overcomplicate it. And I have a little spatula here. I found some mixed media tools in my old craft space and bought those out. I thought that would be easier to get the gesso out of my little container. You can use a credit card for this purpose. I was a little bit excited at the find, to be honest. I've forgotten what I've got out there. I haven't been out there for quite some time. And I'm just adding a little bit of water and mixing that around, and I'm using my tile, just a plain white bathroom tile that I have added the foam to and created myself a little working palette, and I use this for all sorts of things. And I have done a little video on how I did that, how I put that together, so I will link that also in the description below for you if you're interested in having a look. I'm finding it so handy for so many different things. Speaking of different things, while I'm applying this gesso, how many craft lost my words. How many craft projects can one person have going at once? Okay, and go comment down below and let me know, because honestly, I've been looking around my craft room. I have so many projects I've started. I kind of started to dabble in telling you all, like true confessions, I think, in one of my previous videos, and I pulled myself up, I think, because it's embarrassing. My friend actually laughs at me and the number of projects I have going at once, because I've been doing it all my life. I am like I'm like a little puppy or a child. I'm like, you know how puppies and children go, oh, bright shiny things, I need to go and play. Well, I'm like, oh, new craft idea, let's go and try that. But then I don't finish it, or I find a new bright shiny thing to go and play with, and I move on. So I don't think my wet one is very wet right now. I keep my wet ones in or baby wipes, depending on what you like to call them, in a little container. It's looking a little bit, I need to clean that. That's terrible. Little container, and I just have the packet inside so I can take that out. When I use a baby wipe, I lift this lid and I just keep it in there, and I find it actually keeps the moisture in there, so I can get days out of the same baby wipe without having to replace it. Sometimes I only need it for, like, there's a tiny bit of mess on my desk here, so if I had got a fresh one, and I'm just spraying it with some water so I can clean up that tiny bit of mess rather than get a new one out. Yes, if I was to get a fresh one out and clean up my space and this tiny little mess and then throw it out, I kind of see that as quite a waste. So I do tend to try and be, what's the word? Careful? I don't know. The words aren't coming to me right now. I'm sure it will. And I reuse them as much as I can before I throw them out. So, oops. I have my heat gun here. I went to show you then, and my heat gun, the cord was wrapped around my chair. So I'm just turning this on. Just be mindful of your ears if you have headphones or anything on. Here we go. Just drying this off so I can not have to wait for it to dry. Okay, and I don't think that's too bad. And then my stamp, where have I popped that? As you can see, I didn't prep properly before I turned the camera on. I thought I had, but well, let's use a different one. Just let's. I'm going to use the music script stamp. So this is a Kaisercraft sheet music stamp. And I'm just going to leave the acetate sheet on here. Now I'm looking around like a lost child going, where is your ink? Oh, I put it away. Imagine that. Okay. That doesn't happen in this craft space, I can tell you. Okay, and I do need my stamp sheet. See, I'm still not organised. No wonder these things take me so long. Actually, I probably need a new one. Oh, something just fell off my desk. Okay, so just grabbing some tea stain paper out of my folder that we made. I know you can't see that properly, but if you've watched the video you will understand what I'm talking about, and if you haven't, I will try and link that video down below in the description as well, and you can check it out. So back to what we were doing, and I didn't want to use, I don't know what it is about the first impression of a stamp, but I much prefer the second. I think I just like the subtleness, and as you know, I do like vintage, so vintage doesn't mean bright and bold and fresh. It means old and worn, and you get it, like me. Okay, so I'm just cleaning off my stamp on my stamp sheet now. You can see the fabulous impressions I'm getting. Still going. And I think that's just about cleaned it off. Okay, and I do still wipe over that with just a baby wipe when I've done that, and I can do that quickly. I will get a fresh one for that. Because I do like to maintain my stamps as best I can. I do have some DIY stamp cleaner that I've made, but I find the baby I'm promising it's only a cup of tea that I have next to me. Oh golly, I nearly pushed my baby wipe container off my desk. See? It's tea, I promise. In my chipped cup. Does anybody else have favourite cups that they use that have chips in them that they just can't part with? I've been trying to find a replacement and I haven't yet. Makes me sad. Okay, so that's done. How are we going? Oh, we're nearly there. And then I have some of my pattern papers here that I've been using. Sorry, just popping my stamp away to make room. And ooh, which one? I don't know whether I want to add anything else to this one. I think I'm going to leave it at that. I am going to use some of my tissue paper. I need to be careful because I have my tile with my gesso on my left, and I don't really want my things to end up in the gesso. Okay, so these are the tissue papers that we printed also in a previous video. Quite like that. And I'm just making a selection, and as you see, I haven't decorated all of my folders yet. I know. I had all of the best intentions to do I just knocked something else off from my desk. Had all of the best intentions to do the folders and get them all done at the same time so that they'd be beautiful, and I failed. I failed. Okay. Apparently I was like, oh, bright shiny things, I need to try something different. So I'm not sure how much of this I want to use, so I guess it's nicer if you see the right side up, isn't it? I'm amazed how well it tears with a ruler, actually, the tissue paper. I thought it would take on a life of its own and tear funny, like get stuck. Okay, so I'm thinking I want to, so this is Antique Papery and it's one of the limited edition packs. There's some beautiful ATC size background papers on their channel. I'm looking around trying to find my glue book now. I have no idea where I put it. Oh, does anybody else live in Struggle Street? What on earth? This is what happens because I duck between projects, between having the camera on and the camera off. So last night, I'm just going to use this. I'm almost at time, guys. So much for my tags in 10 to 20. I need to stop talking and start moving. Okay, we might go over 20 today because, well, I probably waffled a bit at the beginning. Yeah, so Antique Papery have these beautiful ATC sized background papers as limited edition kits, and they are so fun. I am so loving them. Okay, oops. I will try and find the link for the one that I'm using now and pop it in the description below. Antique Papery are always linked on my channel, so anytime you need to find them, if you can't remember, feel free to pop onto any one of my videos and you should find them. Oh, and I tore that, so that's okay. In actual fact, it just kind of adds to the vintage feel of it, doesn't it? That's what I'm telling myself. Okay, and I'm popping this piece across the top. So again, I'm kind of keeping the pieces in the pattern that I've torn them, but they're broken up. So hoping I can tear this without any major catastrophe. I don't even know where that piece went. Okay. Yes, I am being a little more careful now. Okay, so then I have here these beautiful butterflies from Allegra Digital. And look what I got, guys. I got my water brush so it could help me fussy cut these out. I'm not sure how this will go, and because I've printed these tissue papers, I'm not really sure. Oh, and I got the biggest one. Hang on a moment. I didn't look at the brush size. Okay, I think this one's smaller and loaded with water and paint. No, my brush is just stained. Okay, so I've picked it up and it was just loaded with water. I think actually the inside of the lid is loaded with water. What on earth happened there? I've got... Oh, that's gross. That's disgusting. Don't know what I did there. I don't even know how the water came out. That's not right. It still has water in it. No, no it doesn't. No, that one's empty. Oh my goodness, I thought I was so organized. Okay, I'm going to try this one. Are you working? I feel like I need to split this video in two and have a separate intro video. The water isn't coming out of this one. Could be a good thing considering it just ran out of the other one. Okay, I'm getting nervous now about I'm getting nervous about it coming out and going everywhere, so this still has a bit of water in it. I'm not sure if it will work. Which one do I want to use? I quite like this one at the top, actually. I don't think there's any water left in here, you know. I think it's all out. We'll see. We'll see how that... Oh no, I'm noticing some... Oh, look at that. But next time I try that, I need to be more organized and make sure that I've checked the brush size and all is good. Okay. You know when you think something's going to make things quicker and it just doesn't? Yeah. And I don't know if I finished saying, because I printed these myself, I'm not sure how the water will affect them, if the water goes into the printed image. So I am trying to be a little bit careful not to merge the two. Obviously there isn't a lot of water there. I think my brush is drying out already. Oh well. Stuck to me. Okay. I'm thinking maybe across there. I kind of like the way having it there marries the two and also leaves some negative space, so I think I'm going to pop it that way. Oops. So this video may end up being tags in 10 to 20 to 30. I'm not sure that has the same ring to it, but never mind. Okay, and I'm leaving it at that. I think I want to put just a little bit of glue on the edge of this tissue on the outside. That's better. It wasn't blending very well, and just popping that tiny bit on there has hidden the edges enough. I will try and zoom in on that part of the video when I edit it, just so that you can see that it did make a difference doing that. Okay, and I'm going to ink around it. So I could either leave this tag the way it is, or I can add a pocket to the bottom. And I'm actually thinking I may add just I'm noticing a little bit of lifting on the tissue on this side, so I may add some glue the same way I just did to the butterfly, just on the exterior. I do have a tiny piece of tissue here that hasn't torn, so... And now I don't remember where I got up to with my inking because I got busy applying glue. And I will ink the back. And I'm thinking I may just attach a lace pocket or fabric pocket to the front. But if I was in a hurry, if I didn't have a lot of time and I just wanted to create a tag, I could totally get it to this stage and have it in my ephemera box and have it ready to pop in the journal. And I could add a pocket or whatever I wanted to once I know where I'm putting it. So I'm going to just add, last minute decision, just want just a tiny bit of gesso on this side, just adding some interest. I'm happy with that. Okay, so I don't want a deep pocket, so I think I'm going to, oh yes, that's great. Okay, so I'm going to cut this off and I'm going to sew that onto my tag and it's done. I won't sew on camera because, well, because I've gone over time. No, because I can't actually get to my sewing machine, guys. It's covered again in behind the scenes projects. But I will sew that on there and I will show you what it looks like when it's finished. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed this little creation and I hope you are looking forward to more in this series, and hopefully I will get my timing better for the next video. Anyway, I hope to see you all soon. Happy crafting, everybody, and bye for now.